Let's talk about Etebo. That's another player who's been, frozen out at Stoke City. What next? What next? What would you advise Oghenekaro Etebo? Should he stay or leave? Because the manager has hinted that he's looking for a permanent exit from Stoke City. He was on loan at Watford last season. Injuries here and there, hardly make the match day squad, hardly gets into the team, and all that. Return to Stoke City. I was hoping, okay, let's start off from the Championship, get some game time. But here's the manager coming out to say he's not been part of the team. He's maybe looking for an exit and all that. So what next for Etebo? I was one person who predicted that he's going to settle down this season at Stoke in the Championship, but it seems that might not be the case. He might be seeking for a move elsewhere.
Well, sometimes coaches just have the players that they want to use, and they tell you straight. You've read the Sunday Olise book now, so
yeah.
You saw when a team that won the league title for Sama in Dortmund. Next season, you saw what the coach did, and you saw all the battles that Olise have to deal with. Even this Carlo Ancelotti that everybody's praising. And you saw what Carlo Ancelotti did to him in Juventus. So sometimes a directive comes from the top and tells you, okay, we don't want that guy in the team. Find a way to make him go. You be the bad guy. Bear the brunt of whatever will come out of it. I'm not sure it's because of the African Cup of Nations. I just think that it's because of lack of consistency, and you can't blame him. It's injury. Nobody is going to come here and argue that Oghenekaro Etebo is not a good player. A fantastic player, but unfortunately injury have not made him have a good rub of the green as he should have. I think it's got options. If the club don't want to keep him, they might as well have to terminate his contract right now, or do what Arsenal is doing, make sure that the fee to get him out is very minimal, so that he can go. I think it's a bit settled in London with his family now. I know that when you become a family man, you don't want to be moving around anyhow. If he can't get in to any club in the Premier League or in the Championship, he should go to Portugal or Spain. I think he still have opportunities there, and we would see what comes out of it. But I honestly feel for Oghenekaro Etebo. He's one of the players that I love so much. I mean, apart from being a worry boy, he's a natural human being. There's no fakeness to his personality. He's a very nice guy, and he also does know how to play football. But unfortunately, these things happen. Injuries are not things that you can predict. You can't analyze it. Okay, when you get injured, you lose confidence. You come back, you need a good run of games. When you don't have those run of games, there's absolutely nothing to do. You just have to put your hands up in the air and say, well, I have to wait for my time. And for me, the only thing I can say is that I wish the very best on Oghenekaro Etebo, and I pray that at the end of the day, a perfect solution that is good for the player, okay, and for the game is found, and he gets to play again. And some people will regret why they don't have him, but hey, it is football. These things happen.
All right, it's been a wonderful time on the show. We've had Raw. We've talked on this Laurentis take on African players. But
Hello guys, I'm Dr. Jamal. I'm from Ethiopia. You're watching Legbete TV Radio. Please subscribe.
Hello, my name is Dr. Nigam. I am from Pakistan, and you are watching Legbete TV Radio. Please subscribe.
Hi, my name is Abdullah Wali. I'm from Pakistan, the number one country in the world in cricket. You're watching Legbete Sports TV Radio. Please subscribe.
Let's wrap up the show with Ademola Lookman's move to Atalanta. He's another Nigerian who will be joining this Serie A this season after David Okereke, Tyrone Eboyi, who moved to Empoli. Okereke, who moved to Cremonese. He actually scored yesterday in his first game in the Italian Coppa Italia.
I thought Desa was going to go there too.
He will, actually. I think the deal is getting close and all that. But Ademola Lookman, we also saw him on loan at Fulham seasons ago. He was on loan at Leicester. I'm surprised quite a lot of people thought he was being owned by Leicester City.
Yeah, a lot of people
they thought it was a Leicester City player. No, but he was actually owned by RB Leipzig. Was sent on loan to Leicester City. Now he was back at Leipzig this summer, so I was thinking he's going to stake a claim. It's Germany, the Bundesliga, good team, RB Leipzig. They had young players in their ranks. But Atalanta came calling. They will be playing European football this season. I think they finished 7th or 8th in the Serie A last season. But we've seen them in the Champions League 2 seasons ago. See them in European competitions and all that. So sum up this move. From Ademola Lookman to Atalanta. They've signed him on a permanent basis, so no more loan. So he's there on a permanent basis, settle down, stake a claim, enjoy your football in the talent of light.
I think that the future of Nigerian football is a little bit brighter than we give it credit for. And the reason being that we're not having our players going to, experience football in different places. The one that I've always hated is the pool of our players being in one league. I worry about that one. Atalanta is a team that loves to attack. Atalanta is a team that love to, play the ball expansively and expect a lot of goals. So a player like Ademola Lookman, I think is one IMS and the guy who went to Ajax, that you ask, what's his
Calvin
name?
Bassey, yeah.
Calvin Bassey are two players who made choices that I love, that I'm very, very fascinated about. I love the choices of club that they made. Ajax would definitely develop Calvin Bassey, make him a better player. Atalanta would do the same. Atalanta is one of those few teams in Italy that does not believe that you have to play the Catenaccio, you have to defend, you have to, focus more on the defense than the attack. Yeah, they don't get to win things, but when you watch them play, you enjoy how they play. And for Ademola Lookman, having seen him at close quarters, see how he plays, how he trains, his mentality, I think that he's gone to a club that fits his mentality and his personality and also his style of play. I just hope that he stays away from injury, because that's one thing that people underrate a lot. When you go through a season without injury, people think it's a normal thing. It is not. For people like me who injury cultured my career, I always say that the best prayer you can pray for any football player anywhere in the world is that God help him to stay away from injury, because that moment where he gets in, week out, he knows he's competing for a shirt to play, not praying for healing. And the players that I've listened to says after the third injury, they just lost it. They just told themselves, this football is not for me again. So when they are playing, even when they get back and they are playing, they're just going through the motion, because in their head you're feeling like the injury is going to come. I don't need to keep myself. The injury is going to come. So for him, if he stays away from injury, or injury stays away from him, actually, if injury stays away from him, I think this is a very good move. It's a 4-year deal, right?
Yeah.
The next couple of seasons, we will see him in European competition, see him play as best as he can play. I know Atlanta have also sold a lot of players, but he's in the right place that fits his mental state and his skill set.
All right, it's a wrap on today's edition of the Sport Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.